Peace. Good morning. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of the Foul Playland. As always, I'm your foul player. God, it's fucking cold. It's gorgeous outside. Brisk. Um, the moon's still out too, full moon at that. But I wanted to make another political video regarding a statement that Trump made yesterday, August 30th. It's now September 1st, if my memory serves me correct. And I think it's one of Trump's more important statements, at least to me, as it pertains to what I consider important. I'll get right into it though. In speeches that Trump made in the past, like he mentioned taking credit for the tea that everybody was mandated to take. I don't want to get my channel kiboshed, so I'm going to speak in riddles as it pertains to the tea, if you will, or the thing that you had to take to keep your job. You'll get what I'm saying if you haven't already. But Trump basically took credit for making the tea, and if you guys don't know the history of that, I mean, like, from what I understand, is that basically it would have taken a couple of years to develop that tea. So Trump basically told the powers that be, I don't know if it was government departments or the companies themselves, that basically he would cut out the legal red tape because of the thing that we were going through in 2020. He would cut out the legal red tape to come up with a way to defeat that thing as it pertained to the companies who made the tea and the authoritative bodies, if you will, that have to green light making that tea. My understanding is he basically told all of them that the normal legal red tape that it would take to develop it, in the spirit of getting things back to normal and to end the shutdowns, you basically have to go through less, if not no legal red tape, and the normal test that they would have to do beforehand to authorize AAT. Just dead all of it, and I'll let you guys come up and develop AAT. And if it works, I mean, if you guys say it's good, then it's good. That's my understanding. I mean, if somebody wants to contend that notion, nobody on the liberal left is saying, oh, well, Trump pushed that thing, or Trump developed that thing, or green-lighted that thing, and we're putting this on his doorstep. No. If anything, I've seen the liberal left say, oh, well, like, you're an asshole if you didn't drink the tea. That's more of what I've seen in the last couple of years. So basically, and then I'll go back to Trump's statement now. But the reason that you may not see Trump's statement is that Trump puts out these statements on a website called Truth Social, which is basically like a Twitter that allows him to go on there. Trump's not really allowed to go on any of the regular networks. Trump's barely allowed to go on Fox, besides like an appearance here and there. It's not that that he doesn't want to. Trump loves the limelight. They're basically stymieing him from going on to a network like Fox that's conservative. Rupert Murdoch, the owner of Fox, doesn't like Trump. But in addition to the conservative network that barely allows him on, the regular networks like CNN, ABC, NBC, they never let him on. So when Trump puts out these like statements, mini statements, they're usually done on a website called Truth Social. I see like on YouTube, sometimes those statements will get shared by a secondary channel. Sometimes there's a secondary YouTube channel done by like the Forbes network, which I'm assuming is part of Forbes magazine. So yesterday I peeped one of those statements, and he's basically saying that um, the powers that be are going to try to push for a new mandate, and they're basically going to try to push a new flu, if you will, and that we the people, I guess, like shouldn't lie down and take a new mandate, a new flu, or be scared into submission because of a new flu, or and what's gonna come down the pipe, which they're already saying, like I mean, Karine Jean-Pierre, whatever her name is, the White House spokeswoman, basically said that they're making a bill or something to the effect to try to push a new vacation team in the middle of next month, September. I mean, the middle of this month. We're already in September as of today. So I'll go back to my beef with Trump. If I have any beef with Trump, it was the fact that he pushed the T. You know, and he's it's not like he pushed it one time, like while he was there. He pushed it several times. There was one time he made a statement within a speech, and there were times that he's talked about being the guy who was in charge of getting you the tea, if you will. And a lot of times he mentioned that more than once after he left office at speeches and whatnot, and he would get booed. Like some people would even boo. And you're talking about like MAGA base, like people would boo him. But there was one statement he made in which he said, "Someday I'll tell you guys the truth about. I mean, or some days I'll tell you guys the story, something to that effect. Like that someday he would say what happened in regards to the tea. And he only said it once. And I'm waiting for that day, in a sense, for when he maybe could talk more candidly about what went down in the development of the tea, if you will. But more importantly, you know, I'm more happy with the fact that he was against a new mandate, a new hype about a new flu. And I mean, in theory, I mean, or in essence, the hype around maybe a new tea, which they're already talking about developing. So I mean, if I had any beef, it was that. Like, I'm not gonna be a ride or die like Trump dude, particularly if he messes up in the future or if he tries to push something else in that effect. But more importantly, he wasn't saying that you know, I'm pushing a mandate for you to have to take the tea. Like some the powers that be now, like particularly Joe Biden, were the ones that were saying that, you know, the airline, he's proud to have forced the airline industry basically to take it, and that they were at a 99% level of tea drinkers due to the mandate that he pushed. You know, but Trump didn't push a mandate. You know, Trump didn't say you have to take this. I'm forcing the people to take my tea, or else business doesn't proceed. Trump basically said, you know, carry on. Like, you know, I don't think it's a necessary to shut everything down in reference to the flu. You know, I think that things should carry on. And like the media jumped all over him and said, you know, oh well, like, you know, he doesn't take this seriously. And this was what was happening in 2021, in 2020. Like a lot of people like became true believers of the flu, and that became their lives. I know a lot of people online like that like, you know, friends of mine that that's all they talked about, whether like the flu and how they know somebody that passed, and you're a dick if you don't believe in the flu like they did, and you're a dick if you don't wear a mask. You can't come over for Christmas unless you drank a tea. I knew a lot of people like that. And I knew a lot of people that dictated their political lives, at least a good portion of their political lives. I know a lot of people that dictated the entirety of their lives, So I think as of now, September 2023, the pushing of a new T, it's going to be a hard sell for a lot of people. The pushing of a mandate also hard sell. I say that, knowing that, around me, like, school hasn't started yet, but it's getting ready to start. I know some of you guys, like the kids in your family or in your area, have probably already started the new school year, and this is the time when, like, kids get sick, like when they first start going back to school, and shit starts to spread. But I'm not gonna advise you what to do with your life. If you wanna pump yourself up with tea, you know, that's on you. If you wanna give it to your kids and have them drink it, that's also on you. But the video I made before this was kind of like in reference to these deaths that happen out of nowhere that I know personally. And again, the guy that or my family member whose friend's baby's mom had passed, that family member, I don't know the other guy's family like in depth like that, but we came up with both our parents were drug addicts. Like, both my family member and my dad were drug addicts. Everybody they knew were drug addicts, and I knew that family members, parents, friends, for the most part. I knew all of my dad's friends, very well. Drug addicts, drug addicts, drug addicts. And even in the case of, like, overdoses, like, my dad, was drinking almost all the time in addition to taking drugs. The other guy's parents, just as not as much as my dad maybe, but a lot. And even in my dad's circle of friends, and this is heroin. This is not no, like, weed or some shit. Like, my dad's circle of friends, I barely know any of my dad's circle of friends that had perished before 50. And I'm gonna go 55 probably on that age, But to have dudes that are killing over, in 35, 40, 30, that's extremely sus to me. And that's happening. That's a new phenomenon. They may want to make it seem like it's some next shit, or it's something that's happened, in the past, like, or it's something that was even an anomaly. I've never seen this kind of anomalies ever, and again, like, if it's in relation to what I think it's in relation to, then I could see a time in which people are gonna be genuinely pissed, and God knows what that's gonna spur on. But let me know what you guys think. With that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.